coming by. Welcome back to another quick tutorial. This is rudimentary stuff for some and very important critical information for others. Just going to be going over how to record audio today, specifically vocals, but I'm going to be showing a little trick about how I personally process my vocals and ways that you guys can do like vocal chopping yourselves and express your own creativity and ideas that way. First thing you're going to need to do when recording audio is get some kind of source into your computer. I'm also going to go ahead and delete these MIDI channels. I've just started out with a basic default Ableton session. You're going to go into your options screen and go down to the very bottom where it says preferences, and this preferences window is going to pop up. And then you're going to click on the audio tab on the left side and take a look here in your options. You've got audio input device and audio output device. And as you can see, my options are a little bit convoluted. I've got sound card and another sound card thing, and they're trying to like override one another, but whatever, they have different uses. So you might have to troubleshoot a little bit to get your settings just right, especially when you're dealing with audio. You might have latency issues, even with MIDI sometimes. You press the key and it takes like a split second, or you hear your voice through one device and it sounds a split second later than when you actually speak it, and there might even be another one going on. So don't be afraid to like turn your headphones down, turn your speakers down, or whichever. Go ahead and experiment with that until you get it right. Don't give up, because it's a pretty basic thing that all computers have access to, and if you're running Ableton in the first place, your computer can probably take an audio input source. So just, experiment until you get it to work for you. And you're going to see it over here. This is like a preview area, metering. You can see that I'm bouncing a little bit, but if I click right here in this red area, you'll actually see that I'm starting to register more, and if I press record, it's actually going to record onto that track. And if I click here, it's going to start playing audibly. And that's good for monitoring. You're going to be able to hear yourself. Sometimes, like what I was just saying, you'll be able to hear yourself through one device, but not another. I'm not an engineer. I am a musician. I am barely a producer. So these kind of minutia is a little bit out of my area of expertise. So don't be afraid to experiment again. So we've got this toggle to off right now because I can already hear myself through different application. Now I'm going to go ahead and press record because I've already armed this track, and as you can see, it is recognizing it. So now if I press record and speak, we're going to go ahead and get a sample. I press record, you hear a sound. And when I play it back, so now if I press record and speak, we're going to go ahead and get a sample. I press record, you hear a sound. Cool, right? Now, can use my loop brace here to go down to press record, you hear a sound. 1/4 of a measure. Unfortunately, Ableton's not letting us zoom in much further than this anymore. You can change your grid all you want. Kind of broke my heart. I don't know, I guess this is some kind of update, or I'm just behind the curve, but I've been zooming in much closer than this for a long time. So we have to do some more troubleshooting. If you press record and speak, we're going to go ahead and get a sample. Press record, you hear a sound. Just below the loop brace. Press record and speak. We're going to go ahead and speak. We're going to go record and speak. Press record and speak. We're going to go ahead and get a sample. I press record, you hear a sound. I like hear a sound. That's sound. Hear a sound. Okay, so even though I can't zoom in with my loop brace as tiny as I'd like to, I can get pretty close, right? So if I hit in this little area up here, sound. Cool. So if I just get that, right click, duplicate, or highlight it, Control D, and I'm going to go ahead and open my loop brace a little bit more, so that's going to expand that. Sound, down, 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 sound, down, 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 sound, down. Kind of cool, right? It's a little dirty though, so maybe I want to go in even further. Down, 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 sound, down, 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 down. Sound, down, down, down. So I missed the S part, right? Sound, down, 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 down. The S isn't very pronounced. Down, 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 down. Sound, down. So if I can go ahead and back here and make the loop a little bigger, right? But now it doesn't have this much like melody to it. So you can go in and get expressive with this. You can zoom in as much as you want and you can trim it like that so that it's more to your liking. And this might not be the best example, but you can apply this technique to anything. Sound, 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 sound. See, it's a little bit off still. So you could just keep messing around with it until you get it just right. And that's it. I'm not going to waste too much time sitting here and tweaking it out and making it all perfect for you. But you can do this with like any kind of actual audio signal that you've got recorded like that, or audio file, I suppose. And it just blows the doors open. And you can also duplicate it, right? So I'm going to right click over here and duplicate this track. And then let's say I want to delete all but one instance like that. So I'm just clicking on those and deleting them. But then I'm going to delete the original one. And then I go back over here into this first track, and I'm going to go ahead and bring over like a basic delay. I'll go ahead and use this grain delay from last time. Sound, 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 sound. Not the best example either, but it just gives you an idea of what you can do. You can get in real tight. Unfortunately, they don't let us get in too deep with the loop brace anymore. Used to be able to get in on these little slivers with the loop brace, unless I'm just remembering things wrong. But I was sorely disappointed when I sat down to do this for you guys today and discovered this new feature, as you might call it. But that's kind of brings me back to something that I've been saying since the beginning of this video, which is just don't give up and experiment. Keep going with what you're trying to accomplish in your music, because this stuff is all within your grasp. There's a lot of tools out there. It can feel overwhelming, but make that fun. Make those like toys, and make your vision and your passion what it's all about. You've got a lot to draw from, and I'm not going to make this like a motivational speech or anything, but I had some challenges putting this video together, and I persevered, and I got it to where I wanted it, and I'm happy to, you know, see that it's actually recording, and I was able to show this stuff to you guys. If you listen to my music, you can hear that this kind of vocal slicing can be taken to like some really cool extremes. This is obviously on the spot, and I'm talking and, you know, trying to make this video, so this isn't like this polished production. It's not what it's intended for. So please let me know if the way that I showed you how to do this was clear enough, or if you'd like me to elaborate on it a little more, maybe slow it down. I'm sure there will come a time where I will sit down for some longer format videos where I do some more refined techniques. So I guess look forward to that if that's something that you'd like to see. I don't want to take up too much time out of your day. Please check out the other videos in this tutorial series if you'd like to learn more. If you're a beginner and you learned anything from this video, you might glean something from some of my other videos. They're in a collection here on Twitch, and I'll be bringing you guys more videos soon. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for giving me part of your day. You guys be good to each other. One little quick caveat for you guys. It's also worth mentioning that when you go into these WAV files, let's say I just want to extract this part, right? So I just highlight it, and I'm going to go ahead and copy it, and then I'm going to go over here to just a blank area and paste it. Let's say I want to just duplicate this part, right? So I highlight it, duplicate, 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 and then I could actually, boom, stretch that tail end. And I don't think I covered that properly in the previous portion of this video. So I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know about that, and it works backwards too. So I mean, theoretically, each time you place that instance of that portion that you've duplicated, it still contains the entire waveform. And that is actually where the secret really lies, because you can start taking that tail end and stuttering it up and maybe like fade that out. That's where you start adding your effects, that kind of thing. And you can, you can start panning stuff. It blows the lid off of experimentation when you start messing with your WAV files like this. The power of this software is just amazing. So yeah, just wanted to throw that last little bit in. I'll see you guys in the next video.